Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Information, they say, is key. And by key, do well to join us every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. live on Facebook and on YouTube. We are Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio, Nigeria's first real estate radio. Announcement. My name is David. I'm here with Onome to give you a very important information.
Do you know the price of our various estates
in our billionaire series remains the same up until June 30th, 2024. Take advantage of the price validity now.
This is Cedarwood Luxury Radio, Nigeria's first real estate radio.
Hello everybody, this is Vivian Imako, the ED, P1 Perfection Business Investments Limited, and you're listening to Cedarwood Luxury Radio. Keep it locked. God bless you.
Hello viewers, I am Ambassador Dr. Julius Oyedemi, your most astounding CEO 2023 P1 Group. The best radio to listen to is no other than Cedarwood Luxury Radio. Thank you.
All right, welcome to Nigeria's first real estate radio, Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. My name is David. It's a beautiful Monday morning. Trust you had a wonderful night rest. And I hope your day is going fine as planned. It's exactly 8 minutes past the hour of 10. Welcome to another amazing moment, another amazing session of the Table Talk program that comes your way every Monday by 10 a.m. Of course, We look into different stories making the rounds. We carefully select a few. We bring them to the fore. We talk about them, and you have the opportunity to talk about them as well. And sometimes, this morning actually dawned on me that sometimes, when I'm going around different newspaper headlines and, seeing very, very interesting, controversial stories, I end up picking till before I know it, I've picked up to like 15, 20, 100 stories. And I'll be like, no, now I can't take everything. So I begin to shovel. And it happened this morning. Quite a number of interesting stories making the rounds this morning on various newspapers. And I'm like, I can only just take about maybe 5, 6, 7, highest 8 or even 10 stories because of time constraint. All right. Welcome, everyone, wherever you are. How are you this morning? Trust you had a beautiful weekend. For me, I had a very, very boring weekend. I don't know about you. It's 10 minutes past the hour of 10. And today, Monday, the 24th day of the month of June. Like play. Half of the year is gone. What have you achieved so far? That question, Plenty of us don't feel answer that question. Hey, well, God is good, 10 minutes past the hour of 10. Like, comment, and share. I want to know where you're watching me live from. Either on Facebook or on YouTube. Let's know what you are up to. And then get ready as we segue into different stories that we've selected. I've been looking at this my time. It has, finally it went to 11. I'm like, is it going to be on 10 forever? It's a table talk, and of course, it's a platform where we come together and talk about things that is bothering us as a people and as a nation. And also, a quick announcement. On Wednesday, we'll be having a town hall meeting. Yes! We'll be having our town hall meeting for the month of June by 10 a.m. Look forward to that. Town hall meeting by 10 a.m. on Wednesday on the Morning Delights show. And then by 1 p.m., we'll be having one of the P1 Group star ambassador. He'll be here by 1 p.m. And hopefully on Friday, we'll be having a guest on the Gospel Inspiration program. So this week is loaded. You can't afford to miss any of our programs this week. Of course, on Monday, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., Wednesday, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., Friday as well. All right, let's segue quickly. Our time is running. We are pressed for time, and then we need to run. We need to, We begin as usual with a summary of what Nigerian newspapers are talking about. In case you miss all the whole headlines of the day or the early hours of today, don't worry. You can count on us to give you, to just bring you abreast of what the news, or what newspapers, or what the news is talking about in general. So with this, I say a very big welcome to every one of you. If you're meeting me for the first time, of course, you know my name already. Feel free to join the conversation via the comment section and also via our WhatsApp number, which is right there on the screen. Okay. We begin with a summary of what Nigerian newspapers are talking about, and they are 10 in number. Number 1, Dangote Group has assured international oil companies, IOCs, operating in the country, not assured, accused, because I was wondering, I saw that news earlier, and I'm like, why is it assured? I had to take my eyes back to it. It is accused, though. So Dangote Group has accused international oil companies, IOCs, operating in the country of deliberately sabotaging Dangote refinery's plan to roll out petrol into the market. According to the company, the IOCs are doing this to ensure that the country remains dependent on petrol imports perpetually. Number 2, President Bola Tinubu has sanctioned several severe penalties for civil servants who relocate abroad while continuing to draw salaries, as well as those complicit in facilitating such fraudulent activities. Quite unfortunate. It doesn't make sense at the end of the day, right? Number 3, the Nigerian Air Force, NAF's air component of Operation Delta Safe has destroyed 13 illegal refinery sites and 7 Cotonou boats in Rivers, Bayelsa, and Imo State. The Director of Public Relations and Information NAV, AVM, Edward Gabquet, said on Sunday that the air indications also dispersed 5 J5 buses attempting to siphon suspected crude oil products from surface tanks. Number 4, quickly, bandits in their numbers ransacked Miadabino, the 3rd largest town in Damusa local government area of Katsina State, where they killed about 9 people and abducted 50 others, mostly women and children. A resident said the attackers operated for several hours unchallenged due to their large numbers. Number 5, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has described the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development Reforms as a clear statement to the administration's economic diversification. Tinubu said this while receiving a symbolic gold bar from the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dr. Dele Alake, in the Abuja at the weekend. Number 6, quickly, the Health Minister of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Faid Al-Jalajel, has disclosed that 1,301 pilgrims died during the 2024 Hajj. Speaking on state television, Jalajel said 83% of the disease made the pilgrimage without the necessary permits. Wow. All right, number 7, the Maeti Allah Gatel Breeders Association of Nigeria, MACBAN, has rejected a bill that seeks to establish a national agency for the regulation and the management of ranches in Nigeria. Haji Baba Usman Gazama, MACBAN president, announced this opposition to the bill at the weekend. Okay, operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, IDLEA, have discovered a snake-guarded shrine used to store illicit drugs at the Igbo community, Benin City, the Edo State capital. Mr. Femi Babafemi, the spokesman of the agency on Sunday, in a statement, noted that the operatives dictated a specifically constructed large hole storage in a wall covered with wallpapers and fetish objects. Number 9, early morning fire on Sunday raised the headquarters of the Christ Embassy Church located in the Oregun area of Ikeja, Lagos State. The Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, other emergency responders, and Lagos State Traffic Management Authority last month were able to put out the fire. And then lastly, before we segue into several other headlines this morning and the stories we've selected to talk about, the organized labor has warned some governors not to plunge the country into a state of resentment, misery, and impoverishment through wrong advice to President Bola Tinubu. It also reiterated that the position taken by President Tinubu on the 2 proposals before him from the final report of the Tripartite Committee on the National Minimum Wage would determine its next line of action. Quickly, let's take a few headlines from The Guardian this morning. Dangote accuses IOCs of plotting failure of its refinery. Labour to governor on minimum wage retrieve Nigeria from states of resentment misery. And the major story here says textile industry faced total collapse as revival efforts fail. Okay, Nigeria textile industry is now gasping for breath following the failure of revival measures. A sustained surge in the importation of textile products and a series of diverse monetary policies regimes. Okay. A few more headlines from the Vanguard. It says here, Emirship tussle. Police deploy additional personnel to two palaces in Kano, not places. Palaces in Kano. While we are lighting up Lagos schools, Welbeck boss. Alleged debt. Court freezes account of Swift networks. Encroachment. Lagos to demolish illegal structures in Shongotedo, Agor Palace. I'm asking myself, will demolition in Lagos ever end? I hope we are not going to get to a point where Lagos will just be like a plain ground. No building at all. Everybody will be living on that canopies. Cholera. Deploy health personnel for water testing laboratory and laboratory analysts. Sometimes tongue twist can just be twisting my tongue. Obaseki links rising inflation to failure to produce exports. This one says, is it on Ayinka to Nigerians? Speak out against injustice. Silence is complicit. LCCI FG collaborates on 2024 International Business Conference. And also, it says the worshippers recount ordeal as fire God's Christ Embassy headquarters. Dangote accuses IOCs of plotting failure of its refinery. A few headlines from Premium Times. It says one of the editorial here. Okay, the editorial on Premium Time this morning is saying resolving the minimum wage and fiscal headwinds. Okay, resolving the minimum wage debacle and fiscal headwinds. 15 Nigerian lawmakers write Tinubu seek Nnamdi Kalu's release. And this very one says, student loan, Nigerian government set to pay 35 billion to 70,000 successful applicants. Please, I need the loan. Okay, we're still talking about Dangote refinery. Accuses international oil companies of sabotage. Lagos clarifies claim on cause of cholera outbreak. Okay. So what is the... You can pick up the Premium Times to read up on this particular headline. Lagos clarifies claim on cause of cholera outbreak. If you can't get the physical copy now, you can what was it called now? Just go online. Gunmen invade Abuja estates, kill Army General. Moving on to the Punch quickly. Video. Davido surprise partner chairman with bridal shower. That's one of the trending on the internet. All right, moving on. FG spent 15 billion on debt servicing in 5 years. CBN reports. ICYM pictorial. Davido shares pre-wedding photos. Okay. Doctor, nurses contributing money to buy drugs for patients. President Cancer Society. Okay. Doctor, nurses contributing money to buy drugs for patients. President Cancer Society. Nigerian borrow 3.9 trillion as economic crisis bites harder. Nigerians, okay, yeah, it is even part of what we'll be talking about this morning, yeah? Nigerians borrow 3.9 trillion naira as economic crisis bites harder. All right, FG to punish survivors, supervisors approving salaries for Japa workers. Christ Embassy, Lagos malls demolition. Oyakilomi promises bigger church. Okay, Naira sells 1,484 naira per dollar as official forex market record $23 billion. And that's on business. Food price high quarries operators amid 1.2 trillion agri budget. 50 reps write Tinubu plead for Nnamdi Kalu's release. All right, this is the point where we now segue into the few stories that we've selected to talk about this morning. And I want to begin with this very one. Let's begin with this very one. Nigerians borrow 3.8 trillion naira from banks amid hardship. I'm part of those people that borrow though. I'm even owing 2 loan app, Kuda and Fairmoney. So if you're out there, you're part of those that you're part of the Nigerians that is under this very, very, very borrowing situation. How much have you borrowed so far? How much are you owing? Let me hear you from the comment section. So Nigerians borrow 3.82 trillion naira from banks. Wow. Credit facilities borrowed by Nigerians from banks rose to 3.82 trillion naira in January 2024 amid rising inflation and harsh economic realities. I'm reading from Daily Post. This is according to the recent Central Bank of Nigeria's monthly economic report posted on its official website. That's what we are talking about. Accordingly, maybe they heard me. That is why they... Accordingly, total consumer credit rose by 11.9% to 3.82 trillion in January 2024 from 2.648 trillion naira in December 2023. On a year-on-year basis, the figure represented an increase of 1.41 trillion from 2.41 trillion naira recorded in January 2024. It noted also that retail loans rose by 3.6% to 794.79 billion naira in the period of review. The figure further indicated that personal loans accounted for 7 to 9.2% of consumer credit. Total consumer credit outstanding increased by 11.9% to 3.82 naira in January 2024, driven mainly by the rise in personal loans on the back of heightened inflation. A disaggregation of customer credits revealed that personal loans increased by 14.3% to 3.028 trillion naira from 2.648 trillion naira in December 2023, while retail loans rose by 3.6% to 794.79 billion naira. Personal loans accounted for 79.2% of customer credit, while retail loans accounted for 20.8% consumer credit. As a share of total credit from ODCs, however, declined to 6.6% from 7.7% in the preceding months it revealed. And what do you expect? Sakma BMSC, so people had to look for a way out of. All right, let's move to this very one from the Punch newspaper. It says, doctor and nurses contributing money to buy drugs for patients. President, Cancer Society. Because of our time, I would advise you pick up the Punch and read up. It's actually an interview. I just read the paragraph. It said, let me give you a typical example of a certain drug that used to sell for 22,500 naira when the company left Nigeria. That particular drug is now 30,000 naira. There's an anti-malaria drug that used to be 600 naira. It is now 2,000 naira. Meanwhile, the income of Nigerians and the minimum wage have not changed. A course of chemotherapy that used to be about 60,000 naira is now about 100,000 naira. Some patients take 6 courses, some take 9 courses or more. You can imagine the burden on those suffering from chronic illness like diabetes, mellitus, cancer, and other disease. We keep them on drugs for a lifetime. Pick up the news, the Punch newspaper, either the physical copy or online to read up on this very, very, very unfortunate occurrence. Doctors, nurses contributing money to buy drugs for patients. President, Cancer Society. We'll take the very next one here. LP insists on Obi as 2027 presidential candidate. Labour Party Directorate on Mobilization and Integration has denied any plan to dump Peter Obi as the party's candidate ahead of the 2027 presidential election. The Directorate was reacting to a report which hinted that they had reconciled with the Lamidi Apapa-led faction of the party and agreed to field another candidate in 2027. According to the report, camps of the incumbent national chairman Julius Abure and Apapa faction lane claim to the mantle of leadership have agreed to shut their words and work together. Spokesman of the Apapa faction, Abayomi Arabambi, also hinted that there was nothing like Obidati presidential campaign at the party anymore, saying it had been dissolved and everybody reverted to their former governor and presidential candidate. But in a statement signed by the Director General of the Directorate, Marcel Ngogehi, Deputy Director of Media and Communications, Aju Elumelu, and the Deputy Director of Strategic Engagement, Rufai Al-Sadiq, yesterday, the Directorate acknowledged efforts to reconcile aggrieved groups in the party, but no agreement ahead of the 2027 election with the groups. LP, through a statement signed by its National Publicity Secretary, Obiaro Ifo, announced the creation of a directorate to see the affairs of the obedient movement and encourage their participation in the party and the governance in Nigeria. The statement reads, the leadership and members of our great party recognizes the importance of this great admonition based on our African culture of ensuring peaceful coexistence among brothers and acknowledging a bigger target and liberating Nigerians from the shackles of greedy politicians and building a nation that protects the interests of its citizens. The party has decided to follow a peaceful approach to resolving the internal misunderstanding. This effort with LP and its successes has elicited different reactions. Also, we have seen an attempt by the opposition to make a false spin of their selfish interests, misinforming the general public to cause more crisis in our party. It added that the party leadership recognized the need for unity and cohesion within the party as a requirement for internal party stability and for improving Obi's winning chances in 2027. But to set the record straight, Peter Obi remains our presidential candidate for 2027 as ratified, and all the party leadership is behind him and committed to his message of a new Nigeria. And on that, we move to Edo, where it says here that we have made Edo better. It's time I retire to classroom, not godfatherism. The Edo State Governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, in the interview discussed how policies, programs, and initiatives implemented in the last 8 years have impacted the state's economy, growing the gross domestic product, GDP, from $11 billion to $25 billion. He also shed light on the government's drive to boost food production and improve basic education outcomes, as well as the face-off with the former deputy governor of the state. So pick up The Guardian. It's an interview, and then read more on that. But then it says, we have made Edo better. It's time I retire to classroom, not godfatherism. Feel free to share your opinion on any of the stories that you've heard so far. via the comment section and also our WhatsApp number, either live on Facebook or YouTube. All right, this very one says, on any controversy over implementation of mother tongue policy. All right. And this time around, it is also from The Guardian. Thank you very much, Barrister Ella. She just brought in a can of malt for me to use to. All right. Okay, yeah. On any controversy over implementation of mother tongue policy. For 2 years, the implementation of the national language policy, which allows the use of mother tongue to teach children up to primary 6, have dragged on, disrupting learning and putting pupils at the receiving end, Iyabo Lawal report. In November 2022, the then Minister of Education, Professor Adamu announced that the Federal Executive Council had approved a national language policy for primary schools nationwide. Adamu had revealed that the mother tongue would be used exclusively for the first 6 years of education, while it would be combined with English language from junior secondary school. While many applauded the move, saying it would save the already dying mother tongue across all generations, there were, however, questions about the policy's feasibility and implementation, and a growing concern about children who are in school but not learning, especially those in rural communities. A report by the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, and the United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF, noted that 3 out of 4 children aged between 6 and 14 in Nigeria cannot read a text with understanding or solve simple mathematical problems. Mathematical problems that nobody... mathematical problems that you just decide to put upon yourselves. Unfortunately, there's a limited chance to catch up later. A situation where 69% of primary school teachers in the country are said to be unqualified to impart basic fundamental skills to children has continued to worsen the situation. The World Bank, in a recent report about Nigerian standard of education, also stated that the country is experiencing a learning poverty, where 70% of 10-year-olds cannot understand a simple sentence or perform basic numeracy tasks. Poor funding of the sector tops the list of factors responsible for low learning outcomes and poor numeracy skills in children. Research showed that many enrolled children lose interest because research showed that many enrolled children lose interest, become absent-minded, appear lost, and generally avoid school when tutored in languages other than a familiar tongue. Okay. Children who manage to sit through classes are often said to have a very faint grasp of subjects taught or mix up of knowledge because of poor understanding. Now. This is what I have to say. My own personal opinion. I would also advise you to pick up The Guardian. It's quite lengthy. It gave... this story actually was written from different angle: opposition to the policy, teachers divided, the reason why this modern language thing cannot, So we have reaction from experts, all right, and some other reasons. So pick up The Guardian and just read up. My duty is to bring you aware, to, just make you become aware of what just make you become aware of what is going on around us, yeah, and also make you become aware of what our newspapers are talking about this morning, just to bring you abreast of latest informations and happenings around you. All right, so pick up The Guardian and read up on this. So yeah, this is what I have to say concerning this. It is a welcome development. If you would ask me, it is indeed a welcome development, but irrespective of, or amidst the challenges that would not make this stand, I think this is what they can do. You know, in schools, we have timetable, we have maths period, English period, blah, blah, blah period, and all that. Why not we have a special period for language? Just like we have Yoruba. Everybody, then in secondary school, everybody was forced to learn Yoruba. Yoruba language was a subject, but Igbo language and other languages was not a subject. And then you see it now. We were forced to even write it in WAEC. And they will tell you, it's better you write it and fail it than not write it at all. So I'm not Igbo. You are teaching me Yoruba language. And you will force me to sit in the class. Now, this has nothing to do with tribalism or whatever. I'm going somewhere. You force me to sit in the class. You force me to write the test and the exam. And if I fail it, it's going to affect my results at the end of the day. You see it now. So since we have Yoruba as a subject that has a specific time, why not we have other subjects? So people from different languages the classes can be divided, all right? Just like, just like in secondary school, in arts department now, yeah? So in arts department, they usually divide us. People doing history. When it is time for history, every other person from other classes will join the history class. People that are not doing history, that are doing literature, when it is time for literature, history students will leave the class and literature students from other classes will join that class. And then history students will go to other classes to wait. You see it now, very simple. So if it is time for Yoruba class, Yoruba should be there to learn their language. And any other person that is interested can also sit and learn as well, because no knowledge is a waste. Igbo class, so we should have different subjects looking, just making a general, okay, you kind of know that, okay, in this school, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 languages represented. Then they should have a special timetable and class for them. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just thinking like a lame. That's just from a layman's angle, yeah. All right, I'll take my very last story this morning. Biden, Trump face off a 2024 first presidential debate. Somebody asked me, did you watch the debate? I said, I didn't watch it. And then I went online and, saw quite a number of things. I'm going to take my time to go through the video and, So yeah, the Guardian is reporting that CNN will host. Okay. Just give me a second here. All right, Trump and Biden will be the only two candidates on the stage after third-party candidates, including independent presidential candidates. I don't know what Guardian newspaper is talking about here. But then, just to avoid any form of controversy, let me just leave it here. Biden, Trump face off in 2024's first presidential debates. All right, let's take a quick break, and then when we return, we'll call it a day. And then, after we return from this very short break, we'll conclude, we'll draw the curtain, and then we move out of here.
Welcome to Billionaire City by Cedarwood, the most futuristic community in the city of Asaba. Located at Amachai Quarters in the Witch Tech Industries neighborhood of Isile Asaba, Billionaire City by Cedarwood is the meeting point of nature and technology. From an automated gate to QR code visitor access, CCTV cameras, and other security installations, you are assured of security whilst enjoying all the amazingness that is Billionaire City by Cedarwood. Every 464 square meter plot acquired at Billionaire City by Cedarwood assures access to estate amenities which include swimming pool, tech hub and co-work space, fitness center and spa, Wi-Fi park, and more. If you're looking to live in a serene estate that explores modern technology for optimal comfort, then you should subscribe to Billionaire City by Cedarwood today.
Officially 15 million naira per 464 square meter plot, Billionaire City by Cedarwood is currently selling at a pre-launch price of 10.5 million naira.
All right, you're very much welcome. A sincere apology. Initially, I thought I was confused. Okay, I was initially confused of what I actually read from The Guardian. It's actually correct. So I needed to take that break to be very sure that I'm on the right track. All right. So, this thing is just is a spontaneous thing. It's just as it happen, live and direct. So yeah, Trump and Biden do battle in first U.S. presidential debate. Joe Biden and Donald Trump square off for a historic U.S. presidential debate this week, with the stage set for what could be a pivotal moment in the 2024 race as millions of potential voters tune in. So yeah, the reason why I was a bit confused, I was thinking this has actually happened. I think somebody, I was just having different things, different mix-up of this Joe Biden and Trump debate. I think I misquoted or I misheard the person that told me about it. So the shutdown fires, the starting gun on what promises to be a brushing summer on the campaign trail on a deeply polarized and tense United States will convulse over the chaos and violence that accompanied the 2020 election, with only two debates this cycle. Thursday's high-stakes clash takes on heightened significance, and both candidates have stepped up their personal attacks, with national polls showing their neck and neck. The debate is important because it's an opportunity for the two well-known candidates to reintroduce themselves to a public that knows them well but hasn't been paying attention, said Donald Neyman, a political analyst and history professor of Binghamton University in the New York State. The big question is how much of the public beyond political aficionados will pay attention to such an early debate. For Trump, the 90-minute clash is a chance to drive home worries about its one-year-old Biden's mental alertness, although the Republican, 78, has faced age concerns of his own. For Biden, the first ever debate between a sitting and former president will be an opportunity to underline the legal challenges engulfing Trump and to paint him as unfit for office. The president will also be desperate to avoid any major gaps, which on this stage could lose him the November election. All right, it's something that I'll put a close eye on and follow up on it, and then bring you abreast of what's happening. I also encourage you to, just follow up. Thank you very much, everyone. It's 10:48, and this is my time. God bless you all. I'll see you again at 1 p.m.
Chukwu ezigbo Chukwu, eze ndị eze niile, nnukwu chi, Chukwu ọma, Chukwu na-echere m, daalụ
smart investors. I am here again at Lush City by Cedarwood, here in the city of Aba, just 5 minutes off the Osisioma, popular Osisioma flyover. You can be this. Let me shock you now. This particular estate is just behind the Abia Polytechnic permanent site. If you are a wise investor, you will secure many plots here in Lush City because of the reason that when this school kicks off, students will look for a place to reside and lecturers will also look for apartments to stay. So this estate is also directly opposite Arab Construction Company at this Aba Owerri Express Road. You can be this. From here to Osisioma flyover is less than 5 minutes. So guys, what are you waiting for? This estate is close for just 4.5 million naira. This is a promo price, but I bet you'll be wowed because in a few weeks we are going to take this estate back to its main price, which is 6 million naira. Why not get a plot right now that is 4.5 million naira? As you can see, this is a wonderful, magnificent estate gatehouse. The property has been fenced right round already. It's 100% table dry land, and this buy and build. So as a wise investor, I will advise you rush and grab a plot right here at Lush City by Cedarwood immediately. Do you know why? Because the school is actually going to kick off very, very soon, and students are looking for places to reside. As a wise investor, secure a plot now that is still on promo. Just 4.5 million naira. A plot of 44 square meters is yours. The estate is already fenced, and this is a gatehouse, and it has been plot demarcated. We give instant allocation immediately after your payment. So guys, so what are you waiting for? Hit me now. Let's close this deal.